Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special episode of Pharmshare and Viseven. So alongside with Nataliya, we are going to share with you some video series about our experiences with pharma industry around the world. So first, let me introduce Nataliya and ask Nataliya to actually introduce herself and her experience. So Nataliya is an entrepreneur like me. She's digital oriented. She's an expert in content strategy. I personally follow her since years, as I told her the first time we have met at Reuters event. And we really wanted to bring to you some of our experiences and bring to you some of our discussion actually when we started to speak with Nataliya. So Nataliya, please, if you can just introduce yourself to our audience and welcome here.
Lamia, thank you so much for inviting. This invitation means a lot for me because I really love sharing experience with the professionals and colleagues around the world. So this is absolutely thrilling experience. So my name is Nataliya Andreychuk. I am CEO and co-founder of Viseven company. I do have more than 15 years experience working as vendor for pharma and life sciences. So where we have been provided services and the products, services which are very closely connected to omni-channel marketing, to content, to campaigning, to communication in general. And saying that, my experience from all these years is accumulated in the products and services of my company today. We are providing to our customers and making sure like we want to reach at least the understanding and the best customer experience we can reach with them.
Thank you, Nataliya. And I'm going to introduce myself very quickly to your audience because we're mixing our audiences from different regions, right, for this video series. So hello, everyone. I'm Lamia Baha. I am senior strategy consultant and digital consultant as well. I have more than 10 years experience in the industry and I work with different regions in different language. I have extended experience in more than 15 therapeutic areas in 16 countries nowadays. And this is what's beautiful with the providers and the consulting. I always have this question. It's because we can work everywhere with different therapeutic areas and different strategies, right, Nataliya?
Exactly. And saying that, like the situation literally changes, like not from the technology landscape recently, but from the needs and from the understanding and what is needed at this very moment. Personalization brought its own flavor to how we communicate, and ever solid global to local experience, you can see how it changed, right, recently, where more and more freedom and more power was given to the markets themselves. And this messaging is so localized, is so adjusted and adopted right now, so that we really have a lot of work to do with the technology, with the change management, with the messaging, and with the helping people to adjust to this current situation. What is your experience with that?
Actually, thank you for that, because we really wanted to bring our both sides. So my perspective from brand strategy and your perspective from content strategy, and both of us work in digital. So my perspective for that, and I agree. So there is a lot of change now. We do not talk anymore about global to local. We talk much more about local and personalization. And when it comes to my perspective from brand strategy perspective, but also from digital strategy perspective, I would say that there is still a lot to do. There are some challenges, I would say, in the local markets when it comes to understanding. But I would say that it's starting to be much more interesting, because when we talk about digital and when we talk about strategy overall, I would say brand strategy, usually we talk about the adaptation instead of talking about personalization. So basically now it's becoming more and more concrete. The personalization is becoming more and more concrete. But I would say that the strategy from brand strategy perspective, but also with all the technologies that are now integrated in strategies, there is still a need about flexibility in terms of strategy. So strategy is for me a synonym of change. And it should not be fixed. And what I see from different regions and from my perspective is that there is still like this mindset of a strategy being fixed, which should not be fixed at all, in terms of time, in terms of stakeholder, in terms of understanding. So I would say that my perspective on the localization is really good when it comes to the countries, but there is still work to do, because the local teams really need to understand what strategy is about and how to create it. And I don't know if you have the same feeling when it comes to content strategy.
Exactly. So I do agree with you. The localization of the strategy and the localization of the customer experience is very important today. So when we are talking about how markets are getting the global strategy, and how it's not about adaptation, it's absolutely, because it's not fixed, right? I do agree with you. The communication on the local level is very unique. It depends from market to market, from brand to brand, from I would say audience to audience, from persona to persona. So it's quite unique. And once we are having all the tooling and all the technology ecosystem in place, which allows us to really utilize these tremendous technical opportunities we have today and create this personalized, customer experience at every local level. So we need to make sure every region, every country affiliate understands what they have and what is available to them, and how to use this, I would say, very powerful machinery which we have in terms of technology and innovation today. This is in terms of content. It's not about only channels. It's about the whole set of campaigning, whenever it's HCP triggered or rep triggered, or it is the triggered by events such as webinar or congress. So all the communication must and will be personalized, and there are tools which are helping us to do so. Like our tool is one, and there are a lot of many other tools which are helping to personalize on go. And this is where we live. Like, this is a wonderful new technology world where we are all should thrive, and on the local level as well.
I love what you're saying regarding personalization, because I come back to every time we say that, I mean, we talk about strategies and we say, okay, I have really great strategies, and sometimes this strategy is so complex that in terms of tactics, it's not realistic. So when it comes to the real tactics, when we talk about the content, the implementation, etc., so it's really about coming back to the roots. So how did I build my strategy in a realistic way? So we talk about personalization, as you said, and it's applicable to the strategy. So I always say, make it simple. Like, really make it simple. Make your strategy simple. So your content strategy will be simple. Your customer journey will be simple, and be realistic. Don't try to do things that you are not able to do. Don't try to make and build, I would say, solutions, or even strategically speaking, perspective or actions that you are not able to realize in 1 year or 6 months. So basically, I would say that what you are saying is really about personalization. And I would add also the fact that we need to be realistic. We really need to question ourselves on, could I do this or that for me to have better action, I would say, and really better outcomes at the end. What do you think about that?
Exactly. So to be realistic and really to understand what is possible. So what is possible, and be always relevant with the content, to be also to maintain the high quality and really the high accuracy of what your communication look like today. This is very important, because I do agree that within all the technology tricks that could be quite adventurous to have, like we have been seeing with the new means, you can have 10 millions of personas personas, right, around the world, whatever. But it is really important to maintain the high accuracy of your communication, because we are working in the sphere which are about relevancy, accuracy, and quality of communication. In that regard, I would say you need also be very consistent. So whenever and I'm not going to talk about channels and channel strategies, but whenever you are communicating with HCPs and you are communicating with your patients, so whenever you have the communication goals set and communication targets, you must reuse and repurpose all your qualified and really relevant texts and imaginary and all the other means of communication across all the important channels. So, and this is what was actually the really the hassle and the blocker in the past, where you was always forced to create new communication from scratch whenever you are going into new channel or into new market where the other channels of communications are used. So you would need to create the whole new tagging system, the whole new asset list, even having the global assets in the library approved and ready. Today, with the high reusability of the content and pre-approval process, and once you are highly really confident about what the global office is sharing with you, you are really able to build the sustainable communication by reusing the materials, by thinking about localization within, just really moderate terms, not changes everything. So, and you can also maintain quite good time to market with that, which is very important as well and very realistic. As we're talking about what is realistic, if we reuse, if we really understand our personas and we understand our channels, so we are realistic enough. So then we need to think about the data, the connections of the data, how we populate the new data, how we impact our segmentation. Are we realistic with that? Also, do not overdo that way as well.
And do not forget the feedback loop, I would say, in order to get these insights. And thank you for that, because you're talking about all of these elements, the advices that you are giving to the industry. And from strategy perspective, I would even add like the fact that we really need to get these insights. So from content perspective, we really need to reuse, and from strategy perspective, we need to use the new insights that we have in the market, because as we said in the beginning, like strategy is not something fixed, it's something that we need to adapt. And this is why it was interesting to speak between us, Nataliya and me, because we wanted to bring like two different perspectives that are actually complementary, from strategy and content strategy as well, and from overall strategy to tactics. So basically, like always think that everything changes, and we don't need to bring and to build the things from scratch. We just need to reuse, and it's adaptable to everything. Actually, we just need to reuse. We need to be realistic. We need to get the insights and to adapt. We need to consider the feedback loop. We need to always ask questions, always get insights, because for me, the strategy is really synonym of change, and nothing is fixed. Be realistic and always listen to your market. So to the global team, the local teams really need to listen much and more, and to the local teams, just like open up and ask questions every time, get insights and adapt. I think that it was very interesting for our audience to hear from you that. If you have anything to add, I would be very happy to hear from you.
Yes, thank you, Lamia, and thank you, audience. Thank you, everyone who was listening to that. So I believe there was an inspiration, but less inspiration in homework to be prepared, to be that independent, and to be that successful. But hopefully, if you would like to know more, so you know where to find us, and you know how to contact us, and we definitely are open for more discussions and make sure that we can empower your journey on the global or on the local level. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nataliya. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.